Our society is becoming increasingly secular, and depending who you are, that could be a great thing or a sad thing. But as religion, formally and traditionally understood, is becoming increasingly sidelined and a private affair, does that mean that religion, broadly understood, is being sidelined as well? That we've progressed beyond a religious impulse? I say, no, of course not. Man has an inherent need to find meaning, and to worship, and to make sacrifices for that meaning, and this is the heart of religion. Our age is an ideological age. It's a materialistic age. It's an age of indifference and permissiveness, too, because supposedly there is no truth anymore, no thing in which to orient our lives, both in the personal and the common life, is to be found anymore. That is our age. It's called postmodern, but there is nothing post about this age. Rather, it's merely modernity on crack. It's hypermodernism. With it, man becomes tribal again, this time through not to a particular location, but to things more unseen, things valued and thought. This is where the tribal lines are drawn and become arbitrary. Truth and love are forgotten or twisted beyond their original understandings for more self-serving definition, until really it's just the veneer of caring, but is at heart only about power. At the end of the day, this is what separates true religion from false religion. A religion based upon the mercy and love of God, who is other, and acknowledging what is, or upon the indulgence and narrowness of self, and the creation of a bubble world of what I want, for me to live in for a time, before I am dragged back into the light of what is. Everyone has a religion. They may not go to church, or temple, or mosque, or synagogue, or hall, but everyone has a religion. Your religion defines you. What you give your life for is your religion. How you lived your life is your religion. What you think about most is your religion. What you value is your religion. What you have actually loved in deed, and not just in words, is your religion. Even an atheist is religious. In fact, they can be some of the most religious of all. Do not be deceived. They worship at the seat of human reason and the statue of man. In raging against the God they do not think is there, they gather together to celebrate their own God. And they'll fight hard to advance their God and the behaviors they deem good in light of their God too. Some act satirically with titles like Pastafarians. Some act seriously with megachurches dedicated to atheism. And, of course, let's not forget their own religiously constructed symbolism too. Maybe they do not take it seriously, but they sure have willfully expended a lot of time and energy on it, even though they're supposedly aware of the fact that they will die and think they'll be annihilated in death. Yet they waste so much time on bashing a God that they believe is not there and advancing a God of their own image and likeness. Idolatry is the elevation of a creature to the level of the divine. Ultimately, behind all such elevations, we can find only ourselves. The self is ultimately what we are elevating, albeit indirectly when we worship anything but the triune God. True religion, then, seeks to put everything in its rightful place and order. It is the only thing that can produce harmony without blowing anything out of proportion, exactly because reality, that is, what is inherently peaceful and harmonious. It is love, albeit always a love that surpasses our limited and narrow understandings of the word.